Hi everybody, it's Helen. I'm kind of going to add this video on now to the video that I made yesterday about Singapore and embarkation onto the cruise and our first gala night, because I'm having trouble with the internet on board. It's very frustrating, but it's too slow to load anything. So they've got a strange attitude actually. When you go to the desk, and you know, I said, like, I paid for the top level of Wi-Fi and it just won't load. Her attitude stank, I have to say, because she said, let me look at what you did. So she said, well, you used quite a lot. Yeah, what's your point? Like, I paid, I think it was $26 for 24 hours. I spoke to Mum for an hour and did a bit of filming, but I couldn't upload it to YouTube. So I'm hoping that if I kind of add these in, I will be able to get you something in the next couple of days. And you know, I do appreciate that lots of you have said don't worry about it, but I think it's nicer for me to kind of record this while I'm on the journey, because once I get to the other end, you know, a lot of it will become kind of muddled and a distant memory really. So today we went into Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and I have to say it is a bit of a palaver getting on these trips, and they're expensive too. I think this one was $95 each, US dollars, and we had, I mean, first of all, getting something to eat was like a bun fight, honestly. It was ridiculous. Just even trying to get a cup of tea or anything was not good. And I don't really understand that either, because they know that everybody's getting off the boat. This is the first stop on the cruise, so everyone's keen to get off. And I don't want to sit here and criticise the cruise, because it is fabulous. There's loads and loads of fabulous things about it. We've met some really lovely people, really friendly people, and there's some really good entertainment, and I'll talk about that in another video. But what I will say is that I feel like they are trying to kind of nickel and dime you. So they keep every little thing is extra. And as I was saying to somebody today, I think they've got that all wrong, because actually, if they are a bit more generous, then I think people relax and are more inclined to spend more freely. Certainly I am. But when you feel like they are trying to always get one over on you, then you're much more kind of on your guard, if that makes sense. And it's not just me, you know, being a tightwad, it's other people as well. But so we got the coach into Ho Chi Minh City. That was an hour and a half. The litter and the dirt on the road in there is really shocking and sad to see, really, because that's just going to build up. Nobody's clearing it up. So you know, that was a shame. And Ho Chi Minh City itself is totally bonkers. I mean, how anybody drives. I mean, Naples is the nearest I've seen to it, but here everybody's on scooters. And so they have like a great big road. I know a load of you ladies have been there already, so just, you know, just fast forward this bit, because I'm not a seasoned traveller by any stretch of the imagination. But there's kind of hundreds of scooters, and then you get to one bit and there's scooters coming the same in the opposite direction to the scooters that are going that way. There's ones coming this way. At junctions, goodness only knows how anybody works out what they're supposed to do. It was terrifying. I kept looking at the coach like, oh, oh, oh. Anyway, we went to a market, loads of counterfeit stuff. I mean, I don't know how they get away with it, really. Like, literally floor to ceiling Louis Vuitton, Chanel and all that. Not interested. Those, you know, I used to do it back in the day, but not anymore. And then we went to a lacquer painting factory place, and I got a little pot just as a little memento. And then I made the fatal mistake of dealing with a street hawker, and as soon as I started talking to one, then I was surrounded But I stuck to my guns, bought a couple of little bits for the kids, really, the grandchildren, and some greetings cards of all things. But they had these really very good and intricate pop-up greetings cards, and I thought they're quite a nice way of kind of prolonging the feeling of the holiday. Didn't spend a lot of money by any stretch of the imagination. Met another couple. Oh, and met a subscriber as well who was on the cruise, but I hadn't seen her before, because there's people on here that we saw at embarkation we haven't seen since. But I think her name was Deborah. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, and I hope you comment and correct me. But it was really lovely. You know, like I always say, if you do see me, please do say hello. It's lovely, really quite a thrill. Anyway, last night was Gala Night, so that was fun, the black and white, which hopefully when I get the video up you'll see what I wore. Tonight is just a kind of ordinary night, so I've got on this pink broderie anglaise dress, not sure if I've shown you, and I'm wearing my regular chain with the enhancer and a pair of, they're actually diamond earrings that I bought myself a few years ago. And I will move the camera to the desk and see if I can kind of show you the dress. I mean, it's nothing special, but it is nice, and it was from the next sale, of course. So it is, let's see what I can do. So it's just a kind of under the bust, full skirted, nice puff sleeve, quite cool, quite a nice shape, and very, very comfortable. And I've got it on with the suede wedges that I wore before. So thanks for watching, and I'll do the next update and then hopefully put this all out into one video. Sorry if it's a bit hard to follow, but you know, it's just really me having a chat and showing you some of the things that I am wearing on this cruise that you've all helped me to choose. So just off to dinner now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi. I'm getting so confused with everything. I'm just kind of make all these little clips about what I'm wearing on the different nights and what I've done during that day, and then it's kind of like a diary. And today is Thursday, I think. It's our second day in Vietnam, and we've just set sail this evening, heading for the Philippines, and I think we've got 2 sea days. So there'll be another gala night over those 2 days. I don't know which one it is. I'm hoping it's the gold and red, or red and gold, before too long, because that's my most fitted dress, and I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, shapewear or no shapewear. So today we were at a place called Nha Trang. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, but anyway, that's how it's spelt. And what's the kindest way I can say this? It was all a terrible shambles. So we decided that the one trip that we wanted to do wasn't available. So we decided just to kind of go in and have a little look around on our own and get the tenders, you know. And if you've done a cruise, if you're not going in on one of the organised trips, then you have to wait for all of those people to have gone before you can then get on a tender and go into town under your own steam, which is fine, you know. So we had a leisurely breakfast and got down to the ballroom where they were giving out the tender tickets, and our ticket was number 26. So we thought, well, you know, that doesn't seem too bad, until we found out that some people had number 12 and they'd been waiting the best part of an hour already. So there had been a medical emergency, but you know, the secret with these things is always communication. And so we were asking, because like truly, if they'd been honest and said, well, it's probably going to be an hour and a half, then we may well have just given it a miss, you know, because it was so hot. Anyway, they kept saying 20 minutes, then there was a medical emergency, and of course, you know, you can't say too much about that. But oh God, it was a shambles. It was such a shambles. I mean, I think Cunard is spelled Queuenard now, because all we seem to do is queue for everything. It's driving me slightly insane, and I don't want to sound I'm really trying not to be a moaning Minnie, but you know, it does really get you down, because if they'd have told us, we could have gone and done something else for an hour and then come back to the tender ticket thing. Anyway, never mind. So we finally got over there on the tender, which was fine, no problem at all. And then we got a shuttle bus up to the town, and the coast is absolutely beautiful, miles of white sand. So we had a traipse around some very smelly markets, didn't want to buy anything, and so we just made our way to the beach actually, and we had a swim. And I put a couple of photographs on Instagram. I'm really struggling with the internet here, but I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be able to get that sorted, and I'll put up the photographs that I put on Instagram, so the people who don't do Instagram see the same thing, and the people who do Instagram will be bored with it. But anyway, whatever, it's hard, it's impossible to please everybody, and I'm doing my best. And I haven't answered any comments, and I think, you know, like I did when I was at Rhodes last time, I will read, and I have read nearly all of the comments so far, but I will just heart them unless there's something exceptional. If there's something you really kind of feel that you want me to respond to or something, then I'll do a live when I get home and we can cover all that off then. So yeah, that was only the half of it, because we decided to get the shuttle bus back to the tender port, or the port where we were picking up the tenders, and we had to queue for over an hour to get a tender, because all the organised excursions were coming back at the same time. Loads of people had had enough because of the heat and everything. The humidity was shocking, and so, you know, it was not good. And again, I don't really know why, because they must have known when all the tours were ending. I just don't get it, why there seems to be quite a bad lack of organisation. It's starting to pee me off a little bit, to be honest with you, because there's no need for it. That's the point. I know they couldn't help the medical emergency, but they can help their lack of communication and their lack of honesty. So I am kind of forming an email, not really as a complaint, but more as an advisory really, because everyone's moaning, and that's not what you want to hear, is it? So I hate to sound really like, as I say, a moany Minnie, but I'm really looking forward to a sea day tomorrow, and just to relax all day and not to have any kind of agenda, and hopefully that'll be fun. We're just about to go off for dinner. It's just a regular evening, so I'm wearing that black linen dress that I got in the next sale. That's I'll stand up, you sort of see some of it. It's kind of shaped, and then it's got the ties, which, you know, I don't normally like the ties, but I do actually need it on this dress to pull it in. I didn't have time to do any adjustments, so it's got kind of the puff sleeves, and I'm wearing it with another one. It's one of my favourites actually, this lariat from Menier, and the big silver hoops. I had to dry my hair, wash and dry my hair, which I didn't really want to do, to be honest with you. But when I went in the sea, I got knocked over by the waves, and then I couldn't get up. So I was like being flushed down the toilet, and I was trying to crawl to the it wasn't very, you know, if you remember Ursula Andress coming out of the sea, it was kind of the polar opposite of that. I looked more like, I don't know what really, but a shambles is what I looked. And when I just got stripped off to have a shower, my bikini top was still full of sand. So, yeah, but it was lovely. And, you know, I swam in the South China Sea. Get me. Anyway, just a little update on this evening. And I think it might be a gala night tomorrow. So I will update again then. And I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi. So tonight is our second gala night. We've had an at sea day today, and so it's been quite relaxing really, except that we had to fill in a Philippine e-visa form, and that was a bit problematic, and the Wi-Fi's been playing up and so on and so forth. I've got this really red lipstick on tonight. I'm not quite sure about it, but too late to take it off. So anyway, cabaret jacket night tonight. with the lariat and the crystal, and I'm just wearing some little diamond kind of cuff earrings that are mine. Well, they're all mine, but you know, from Munir. And this is the masquerade mask. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this on for. It's not the most comfortable thing on the planet. Oh, that's already coming off. That's good, isn't it? Cheap and cheerful, it really is. Anyway, so it's just the Cabaret jacket, the silk cami from Lily Silk, and the £17.50 trousers from Marks and Spencer. So all in a bit of a rush tonight, so I'll keep it short and sweet, and I hope that I'll get this uploaded in the next couple of days. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye.